Oh yeah, I told you guys. There would be a counter offer coming from Team Deontay Wilder. And it has been revealed. E-King Fight News, more on this story, guys. The counter offer from Team Wilder to Team Joshua. Let's get it. E-King Fight News. More on this. That's right, guys. Anthony Joshua will be looking at a $50 million offer from Team Deontay Wilder. That's according to Lou Diabella. And shout out to Boxing Scene for the article. Man, you see, what goes around comes around, guys. And when Anthony Joshua said out of his mouth he would take $50 million in a heartbeat, now he's got the chance. Who's ducking who? We're going to find out. The truth will be revealed, man. The shit always comes to light. You know, that's got to be the dumbest thing you could say. If you have a hunch, that this could be a $100 million fight, Anthony Joshua said it. He said, you know what? If you're so confident, this is what Anthony Joshua said, guys. He said he would take $50 million in a heartbeat. Well, guess what? Guess what, guys? Team Wilder to send $50 million offer to Joshua for unification. Promoter Lou Diabella has confirmed that WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder has thrown down an offer of $50 million to Anthony Joshua. Earlier today, Wilder and his team sent an offer to Eddie Hearn, promoter of Joshua, with a guarantee of $50 million for a high-stakes unification. A few weeks ago, Hearn sent Wilder a guaranteed offer of $12.5. Well, guess what? An offer has now been countered, and the ball is officially in the court of Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua. That's right, the roles have been reversed. And take it. He's giving you more than you ever expected, more than Eddie Hearn's probably ever gonna give you. $50 million. And, we're just going to have to find out if there's more details to the situation. Let's check this article out, guys. Diabella, who works closely with Wilder and his advisor Al Heyman, says the offer of $50 million is a clear indication that Wilder and his team are aggressively pursuing the fight. All right? As they have been for the past year or so. I mean, it's in black and white, guys. Here's Lou Diabella's quote. Here's a quote from Lou Diabella. This is Al Heyman's right-hand man in terms of promoting his fighters that he has under contract. I don't want to come out and, be like, oh, he's Wilder's promoter. There's a sort of a gray area because Wilder doesn't really have a promoter. It's not like Lou Diabella's out here getting Wilder a ton of opportunities. But this is what he had to say. An offer went out from Deontay and his entire team to Hearn and Joshua. The fight would take place at the end of the year. No rematch clause. And we're taking all the risk. $50 million against 50%. If the fight does $40 million, then he still gets $50 million. If it does $200 million, he gets $100 million. It's $50 million guaranteed. Let's see who wants to make the fight. We're trying to make the biggest fight of this generation. That's what it is. We're not undervaluing his guy. We've made an incredibly aggressive and fair offer. Diabella told Boxing Scene. If Anthony Joshua wants to fight Deontay Wilder, he now has an extraordinary offer to accept. Okay. As I told you guys before, Eddie Hearn, you better get that exemption. You better get that exemption for Povetkin, because Povetkin's promoter is going to be on your ass about that shit. You better give him some step aside money. Give him $100K up front. Tell Povetkin to fuck off. And we got it right here. Undisputed championship. Heavyweights. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it. Did you see that shit? According to Lou Diabella, 50 million against 50%. That means if this thing goes through the roof, he still gets 50%. They're basically offering 50-50. 50-50 right down the middle. It doesn't get better than that. It doesn't get better than that. 50 million guaranteed and 50% flat out. I mean, I'm telling you that's a fair offer, and they want to make the fight happen. So that's awesome. That's awesome. That is a million times better than what Eddie Hearn proposed. You know, I think those who know boxing know that Eddie Hearn's offer was straight bullshit, right? And I think it's pretty evident that Wilder had every right to turn that down. I think it's pretty evident that Eddie Hearn's been ducking this fight for quite some time. And right now there's nowhere to hide, guys. There's nowhere to hide. There's nowhere to run. Dillian White will be preoccupied. There's no more blockade against Deontay Wilder. There's no more freeze out. It's been admitted that this is the fight that needs to happen. Sky Sports pushing for the fight. Anthony Joshua says this is the fight he wants. Eddie Hearn saying in the media he wants to make this fight happen. There's supposed to be a meeting going down tomorrow between Team Heyman and Team Eddie Hearn. Hopefully everything's coming together, man. Hopefully everything's coming together, man. This is the biggest fight. This could be the biggest financial fight in heavyweight boxing history, guys. It can be as big as Lewis Tyson. If promoted the right way, end of the year, I think that's a great time to do it. Absolutely. Deontay Wilder might take care of Dominic Breazeale in the meantime. You know, he could get Breazeale out of the way, or he could, just focus on the promotion of a Joshua fight, man. I mean, this could do massive numbers. Massive. And it's the fight that everybody wants to see. I mean, you can literally go to Sky Sports, charge fucking 40 pounds, 50 pounds for the fight, and people will still buy it. You can put Dillian White on the undercard. How awesome would that be? You put Luis Ortiz on the fucking undercard. Get fucking not Povetkin, but you can get also Joe Joyce. Put him on the fucking undercard. He's a solid fighter. He's gonna be fighting Lenroy Thomas. After that, he could take on a Derek Chisora. There's so many ways you can build this card into something absolutely massive. Does Eddie Hearn really want that smoke? That's the question, because the smoke is out there, man. And there's big money along with it. You know what? I gotta say one thing. Anthony Joshua said one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in an interview, and I know he said these exact words, and I was thinking, is this guy really fucking serious? This is what he said, right? And it was in response to Deontay Wilder said he would take 20%, he would take 10%. As long as in a rematch, they're willing to take that same percentage, assuming I win. Right? Very simple. You're going to be the A side for this one, but if I win, I want the lion's share. I'm the A side in the next fight, and you take that 10%. And Joshua said, you know what? that's still 50-50. And he doesn't want to take 50-50. But you will take 50 million. Which one is it? Which one is it, guys? Take the fight. Sign the contract. E-King Fight News, y'all know what it is, man. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Shouldn't have to repeat myself. E-King Fight News.